Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Shanvada Swagata Krishna Punyashravana Kirtanam Dendasто ह्यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्सदम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी. Hare Krishna. Today I'm going to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 21, verses 17 to 21. Instructions by Maharaj Prithu. Text 17. सूक्ष्मवक्रैषिदास्निग्धा मूर्धजः काम्बुकन्दर्ः महादनि दुगुलाग्रये परिधायो उपाव्यज. Translation. The black, slick hair on his head was very fine and curly, and his neck, like a conch shell, was decorated with auspicious lines. He wore a very valuable dhoti, and there was a nice wrapper on the upper part of his body. Text 18. Vyanjida Ashesha Gatra Sharir Niyame Nyasta Bhushanaha कृष्णाजीनधरा श्रीमान् कुशपाणि कृतोजितः. Translation. As Maharaj Prithu was being initiated to perform the sacrifice, he had to leave aside his valuable dress, and therefore his natural bodily beauty was visible. It was very pleasing to see him put on a black deerskin and wear a ring of kushagrass on his finger, for this increased the natural beauty of his body. It appears that Maharaj Prithu observed all the regulatory principles before he performed the sacrifice. Text 19. Shishirasnikta tarakshaha samekshada samanadaha uchivanidam urvishaha sada samharashyan iva. Translation. Just to encourage the members of the assembly and to enhance their pleasure, King Prithu glanced over them with eyes that seemed like stars in a sky wet with dew. He then spoke to them in a great voice. Text 20. Charuchitrapadam slakshanam mrishtam godham aviklavam sarvesham upakarartham tada anuvadaniva. Translation. Maharaj Prithu's speech was very beautiful, full of metaphorical language, clearly understandable, and very pleasing to hear. His words were all grave and certain. It appears that when he spoke, he expressed his personal realization of the absolute truth in order to benefit all who were present. Purport. Maharaj Prithu was beautiful in his external bodily features, and his speech was also very glorious in all respects. His words, which were nicely composed in highly metaphorical ornamental language, were pleasing to hear and were not only mellow but also very clearly understandable and without doubt or ambiguity. Text 21. Rajovacha sabhyaha shuddha bhadram vaha sadhavo ya iha agradaha salsu jidnashubhi dharmam Avedyam Swa Manishidam. Translation. King Prithu said, O gentle members of the assembly, may all good fortune be upon you. May all of you great souls who have come to attend this meeting, kindly hear my prayer attentively. A person who is inquisitive must present his decision before an assembly of noble souls. Purport. In this verse, the word sadhavaha or all great souls is very significant. When a person is very great and famous, many unscrupulous persons become his enemies. For envy is the nature of materialist. In any meeting, there are different classes of men, and it is to be supposed, therefore, that because Prithu Maharaj was very great, he must have had several enemies present in the assembly. Although they could not express themselves, Maharaj Prithu, however, was concerned with persons who were gentle, and therefore he first addressed all the honest persons, not caring for the envious. He did not, however, present himself as a royal authority empowered to command everyone, for he wanted to present his statement in humble submission before the assembly of great sages and saintly persons. As a great king of the entire world, he could have given them orders, but he was so humble, meek, and honest that he presented his statements for approval in order to clarify his mature decision. Everyone within the material world is conditioned by the modes of material nature and therefore has four defects. But although Prithu Maharaj was above all this, still like an ordinary conditioned soul, he presented his statements to the great souls, sages, and saintly persons present there. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. I would like to seek blessings from all the assembled devotees. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcomings or adding my own interpretations while presenting this class. Hare Krishna. In order to prepare this class, I collected points from senior ISKCON devotees. So if we go back a little bit, Prithu Maharaj is born from King Vena's body, and they anointed him as the king of the whole world. Prithu Maharaj was planning to do 100 horse sacrifices, but he stopped at 99 because Indra stole the 100 sacrificial horse. King Prithu was upset and ready to kill Indra, but Lord Brahma, who personally came and asked him to stop it and to forgive Indra, because by doing this, he is setting a wrong example for the citizens. We saw that by just listening to the advice of the superiors like Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu became very pleased with Prithu Maharaj's submissiveness. Lord Vishnu personally appeared and Prithu Maharaj and asked him to forgive Indra. And then Prithu Maharaj forgave Indra and started his sacrificial ceremonies. Then Prithu Maharaj is coming back to the kingdom after his sacrifice. Prithu Maharaj was welcomed so nicely with wonderful decorations and opulences like natural decor appliances which used to decorate the city and welcomed him nicely. With the natural decoration, the atmosphere becomes peaceful and focus more on spiritual activities. The whole conversation is happening between Maitreya Muni and Vidura. Prithu Maharaj's activities are so pious and auspicious because he is a devotee and especially representing Supreme Lord and functioning as a king in the social order. Here, Vidura is asking more information about Prithu Maharaj, so other rulers and leaders can follow him. If we read previous chapters, we come to know how a great leader is Prithu Maharaj is, and we can see all the essential qualities of a great leader in Prithu Maharaj. For normal conditioned souls, whatever pieties we did previously, we could get enjoy certain things currently. In contrast, whatever impieties we did, normal conditioned soul gets to suffer or face the reactions of those impious activities. In the case of a devotee, Krishna is in control. Devotees also face karmic reactions, but Krishna will help us to grow spiritually through the adversities. In case of Prithu Maharaj, he is not just an ordinary person. He is a Shaktyavesh Avatara. This means he have a specific potencies from the Supreme Lord, but he is also a great devotee. Pious and impious activities are not applicable to him. Krishna bestowed his great fortune on him, and great opulences he gave him to use for the service of the Lord. Other things Prabhupada mentioned that we should never consider our guru or acharyas ordinary human being. Their activities are highly elevated. Their intention is to help the devotees grow spiritually. In text 19, it describes the personal beauty of Maharaj Prithu. His complexion, the beautiful features are described here. His bodily features are very attractive. Prabhupada makes a point that not only bodily features are attractive, but his body also has auspicious signs, which is a representation of a great devotee, an incarnation of the Supreme Lord. It describes that his neck was decorated with auspicious lines. Text 18 continue with the description of Prithu Maharaj's beauty. Prithu Maharaj performed all the rituals very nicely in order to perform the sacrifice. He left his valuable dress of the king and wear a simple dress made out of black deer skin and wear a ring of kusha grass on his fingers. Thus, his natural beauty was more visible. In text 19, just to encourage the members of the assembly and enhance their pleasure, Prithu Maharaj glanced at them. What we can absorb here is that he is seeing the audience, but his intention is service attitude, wanting to encourage them and wanting to please others. As practicing Vaishnava, we can also cultivate that mood to serve others. Verse 19, Prithu Maharaj had to speak the wonderful instructions. Then it describing about his speech. His speech was very beautiful, clearly understandable, straightforward, and is very pleasing to hear also. Words were all grave and certain, which means truthful. He also expressed his personal relationship with Krishna in order to benefit others who were present. So whenever a great devotee speak, we can be certain that they are speaking from Shastra and according to their personal realization also. That is why we should be eager to hear when great devotees or acharyas speak. In verse 21, Prithu Maharaj speaking to the assembly, he says, "May all good fortune be upon you." Prithu Maharaj asked them to hear his prayers attentively. Prabhupada mentioned in the purport that Prithu Maharaj is the king of the entire world and he is in a position to give orders. But here we see that Prithu Maharaj, being a great king, a servant leader, humbly submitting his statement for the approval in order to clarify his mature decision. Another point brought is that when a person in a high position become very famous, and there's a high chance that some people become envious of them and become their enemies. That is why Prithu Maharaj is first addressing all sadhavas. Sadhavas means all great souls. Lord Vishnu had already instructed with Prithu Maharaj that one who worships Krishna through his occupational duty without desiring material gain becomes fully satisfied. Now, Prithu Maharaj passed that instruction into his subjects. Lord Vishnu had predicted that Prithu Maharaj citizens would love him if he executed prescribed duty properly. Then in the material world also, if we do our prescribed duties in a servitude mood. We will be also like, admired by people or loved by other people. But whatever we do, put Krishna in front and do the service for Krishna. I would like to end here. Vanja Kalpadarupyasta